Hi everyone, welcome to another episode on this 1972 Beetle project. In the last one, you'd have seen us fit both front quarters and that offside rear quarter panel. In this one, we get this near side rear quarter panel done. We get a few other bits and pieces done as well. We've got some access panels for the engine bay, we get the boot floor done, and all the rear window repairs done as well. So check it out. So we're going to start this video by repairing this rear vent area. At some point in the car's life it's become heavily accident damaged and the left hand side of the roof has some rust as well. Luckily I have two body cuts, so I stripped these down and media blasted them and then started cutting out the old damage. With the outer grille section all removed, you could see that the vent section underneath was damaged as well. This actually looks like where they've pried upwards to try and repair the old piece, but I've straightened all of that out and painted it all with sweaty horse brown, ready to receive that new grille panel. My plan is to seam weld down each side and use the spot welder to spot weld the window aperture, just like they did in the Volkswagen factory. Well, there we go, that is all of the grille section repaired now. The next thing I'm going to do is remove the left hand part of the roof, and while I'm doing that, Gareth is going to remove the left hand rear quarter panel. Even with all of the spot welds drilled out and cuts made where we needed to make the cuts, the panels were really difficult to get off, and that's because Volkswagen filled these areas with expanding foam. Not only did they stick to the inside of the panels, they actually retained moisture, which is why this is a really common area on these cars to rust out. And you can see here, even this little piece here is rotten. You can't buy that panel, so I've made a section up to replicate exactly what was there so I can weld that in before I repair the roof. Here you can see just how stubborn it was to get this quarter panel off, and Gareth slides in a piece of metal to kind of chop away at the expanding foam to release the quarter panel. Unfortunately, the inner framework was also rotten, so I'm going to have to make a section to repair this. I start by taking a profile gauge to mark out a piece of metal with the right shape and size. Once I've marked that out, I use the guillotine and folder to put a 90-degree flange on it, and then use the shrinker and stretcher to form it into shape. This takes a really long time because there's a lot of shape to it, and it would have been quicker to make this panel from two pieces, but the proper way is to do it how we're doing it here. So here I'm going to use the shrinker and stretcher to form it to the exact shape that I've got on my profile gauge.
One eternity later.
Well, after a lot of time spent on the shrinker and stretcher, I've now got my piece ready to weld in, and as you can see here, it fits really nicely. With that repair piece all welded in and ground down, I can now clean up all of that inner framework, metal treat it and paint it ready to receive that quarter panel. Well, there we go, that is that corner of the roof all repaired and the gutter return lip done as well. While I've been doing that, Jim's been making a nice repair section for the front edge of the bonnet and he's welded that in as well. Jim has also spent some time repairing the engine lid. This had a little bit of damage on it, nothing too major, but it just wanted a couple of hours neatening that up. And also this new old stock rear quarter panel's finally turned up. We've been waiting a little while for this. This is a Mexican panel, so not German. So we're going to have to change this engine side tray because it is a banana shape designed for engines with fuel injection from factory. And we're also going to sort out the pressing for the half moon vent as well. So I'm going to start by removing this engine side tray, which is just spot welded on. It just takes a few minutes, and then I'm going to turn my attention to the half moon vent. So unlike the other side, this is just a pressing rather than a cutout. So I'm going to try and retain the original metalwork. I start by flattening out the metal with a hammer and dolly just to remove that pressing, but that means that there's going to be too much metal there because when you press a panel like that, it actually stretches the metal. Once I've smoothed this out with a hammer and dolly, I'm then going to use the carbon pencil to actually shrink the metal back and then smooth it out on the English wheel. Hopefully this works. I've not used this method before, but let's see how we get on. So that actually worked really well, and it's nice that I haven't had to cut a piece out and weld a piece in, so I can now focus on fitting this quarter panel. I'll start by slotting it into place and then getting it to line up around the window aperture, and once that's done I can turn my attention to actually fully welding it in. As you can see here, I've already tacked it all in place, So I'm just going to run around it now with the MIG welder, and once that's all MIG welded in, ground down, I can use the spot welder around the window aperture and a couple of other areas like down the B pillar. So the next thing I want to do is spot weld the engine side tray in. We've got the correct German style one, so I start by just bolting on the rear valance to set our height for the side tray, and then I can get it spot welded in. So this car is going to have a big engine with big twin carbs, and when you've got twin carbs you've got very little access here to get to either the spark plugs or the carbs for adjustments or to the idle jets. So what we're going to do, we're going to fit some access panels here, which are these. So you get a frame with tapped holes that spot welds to the car, and then a removable cover on the outside. So I'm now going to fit these. I'm going to offer them up from the inside so I know where exactly to put the frame. I'm going to drill through, screw it in place, spot weld it in place, and then cut the access hole. In the past I've had to plug weld these on because I've never had a spot welder man enough to spot weld through the thick metal, but this saves so much time and makes a really neat job of it. So Gareth is now using an angle grinder to cut open the access hole and then grinding back so it's flush with the metal frame. And there we go, that is all finished. We're going to paint these inner covers as well, so you can't really tell from the outside, and yeah, really pleased with how that's come out. So there we go, that is this near side all finished now. Really lucky to have so many new old stock panels, including this door. So really pleased with how the doors fit into that rear quarter panel. That's a really nice gap. We've got all of these factory spot welds along the top of the quarter panel in the window aperture. And then that seam weld down the back as well, so that's pretty much invisible. And so is that roof repair as well. So really pleased with how that's come out. Everyone's waiting for me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. In the next one, hopefully we'll get the rest of the metalwork finished. There's not an awful lot left to do. We're going to make this rear valance removable. We've got the front valance to fit. And then we're going to do a dry build. We'll have lots of bits and pieces to do for the oil system and fuel system. So no major panel replacement, but lots of little bits and pieces just to add a little bit of detail to the project. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to hit like and subscribe to stay up to date with our videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.